Morning guys, February 9th, 2022. This one I got a call from a guy. I did a burner service over here probably 4 months ago, 3-4 months ago. He had a WHP Smith boiler, and he had a big bladder tank in the ceiling that I drained down. I did a service for the guy. He was having a problem with the thing tripping out, and I did a burner service, and it was fine ever since. Now it's starting to act up again. He's getting ready to go out of town. I told him, you can't leave the thing. You can't go out of town and leave the burner like that, because it might, even if I go over there and make some adjustments or change some parts, it might still not correct the problem. These burners, sometimes the motors are bad, sometimes the pumps act up. I mean, I'm going to go by there, and he just said he didn't lose oil. He's got oil, so I'm going to check. I'm getting a good flow of oil coming out of the tank. Sometimes, when you fill it, it gets all shit in the filters. And I think he's got one of them Carlin electronic transformers on there, which is a good culprit for being working once in a while and another times not working. So we'll have to see when I get there what I decide to do. I'm going to check the spark, I'll check the oil flow, and then we'll make a decision on what we're going to... It's been tripping out a couple of times a day, he said. And then it don't trip out for 3-4 days. It just started recently. You can't go to Florida for a week and leave the house and expect it to be good. And I told him that. You gotta have somebody check on the house. You can't just leave it. I'm not being responsible for it. This old shit. I mean, anything could happen. Dumb. Can't can't go away in the middle of the winter for a week. Dumb. And leave the house and expect it's gonna be fine. Boy, you were just here. Yeah, I got problems with the flipping unit. We gotta keep an eye on it, dummy. Oh yeah! It'll be good for a year, 2 years, no problem. I've been doing this my whole life, I know. Get clamping. Oh yeah. When I go work on a burner, I go through 150 checks. Oh yeah. We go through a big checklist and write everything down. Okay, guys. Yeah, when I do a burner service, I go through 99 checks on the checklist to make sure everything's working perfectly. We guarantee it'll last you 10 million years. No problem. Hold your head clamping. I can hear him in the comment section. Oh yeah! I've been doing this for 150 years. Oh yeah! Everybody's an Einstein, Molly. Everybody's Mr. Einstein. Alright, so I was back here on 11.5. New nozzles, reset electrodes, clean burner head, reset drawer assembly, good draft over fire, good flow will drain the expansion tank. He says he's got a oil. We'll check our oil flow. It's a newer tank. I don't know, I don't think I changed the filter. I got my new light here. I could put it on high and it lights the back. Or low, lights 3 sides, which is all I really need. Give me good lighting. Let's see what we got for oil flow here. I would think that it might be this. That's what I'm thinking. Well, let's do our preliminary check on everything. We'll check our we'll pull our drawer assembly out and check all that stuff. Let's go one of them queer shutter things in there. I don't like that. Let's see what we got here. We could start it from the low limit here if we want. I think 160. Not calling. Probably off on high limit. See, once it's hot in here, it'll fire whether this is good or not. Once it's hot in the chamber. Hear that thing? Shh. It's not good. Oh, piece of shit. Could be that ear shutter thing too, giving us problems. Too much glare for you? It might be. Too much flipping glare for you. Let's take it apart and see what's going on. Got an old motor here too. First thing I want to do is check my oil flow. Which I don't think that's the issue. I doubt it. Let's see what our oil flow is. Yeah, there's air in there. See that little bit of air he had in there? It's a possibility right there. Filled up the oil tank. Sometimes you can blow a lot of stuff into loosen up a lot of shit in the bottom of the tank. Let's see what it looks like. I think I changed it last time I was here. It was okay. Put a new filter in there. Shit might have came in just from when they did the see that blob of shit right there? Might have just let loose. It's not uncommon when they first not crazy dirty, but we'll change it. It's not uncommon to have issues right after they fill the tank. There's a lot of shit in the bottom of the tank that gets stirred up. Not uncommon at all. To have stir up a bunch of muck in the bottom of the tank. We'll get a good oil flow going here. This is an F1. Gasket. Bleed it out. Once the air comes out and it's all oil, we could shut it. That's why I usually like pulling it through the pump. It's less time involved. But if you're a professional homeowner, this would be the way to do it. Oil looks a little milky. Oil looks a little milky for me. What a pain in the ass, huh? She's bubbling away there, Mom. She's bubbling away. Flipping gasket went woke on us. I got another gasket that comes with the kit, so. Oh. Yeah, she's a leaker. Gasket. Wokey. Put a new one on there. Gasket went wokey on us. So that's at the very top at the end where you bleed it, so it gets rid of all the air. We'll get a good flow on the other end now, and it should be good. Alright, we're going to check our oil flow here now. I loosened it up. Okay, how you doing?
Good, thanks for coming.
Alright, I changed the filter. It really wasn't bad, but there was a little bit of muck right on the top from probably when they filled the tank. They stir up a bunch of stuff. Seems to be firing up good.
Okay.
It does have this queer clutch assembly in here. See this thing here? When it runs, it opens and shuts. Watch, listen. Well, it's in there.
Okay.
Hear that thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes that could be an issue.
Uh-huh.
I think it might be this transformer because these are known to spark sometimes and not spark. But I'm gonna take it apart and check the drawer assembly and everything.
Nice.
Let me do my thing and we'll make a decision. But I'm thinking that most likely it's this transformer.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they're known to spark and then not spark.
Oh, I see.
But if you do go away, listen to me.
Yeah.
If you do go away, you cannot just leave the house and
Yeah, I know. I just installed it like a digital thermostat, so I know the temperature.
Okay.
And I'll talk to friends to say, hey.
Okay, that's good. As long as you do that.
Yeah, if it gets cold, I need you to like walk over, push the button.
Right.
So I'll take a picture. What is this thing?
See,
what is this
it
device?
just tripped out actually.
Is it? What is this device?
That is a protector relay. That works in regards in with this CAD cell. When it runs, this CAD cell senses the light and keeps it working.
Senses the light.
Senses the light that the burner's running.
Oh, the burner. Okay.
So now, if this wasn't there and it didn't have any spark, what possibly could happen was the thing would just run, never light, and fill your house up with oil. So this is a safety device to sense that it's running to keep it running. So if it don't sense the light, after so many seconds, it'll shut off.
I see. Okay.
This is a little oily here. So let me do my thing, take it apart, look at what's going on here with all this.
That sounds good.
And we'll make a decision on what we're gonna do. So you did set up a temperature alarm here.
Yeah, exactly.
Good, I'm glad.
Yeah. Thank you for your advice.
Yeah, because you don't want to take off to Florida for a week and come home and now all of a sudden everything's frozen.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah. If you got one of them sensor alarms, at least your friend could call me or somebody to come in and check it out.
Yeah. And I'll leave the I'll leave the bulkhead open just in case. So.
Okay. Oil looks a little milky here too. Doesn't seem to be really clear. It seems a little milky, which is odd. Now, where'd you get my number from?
Well, you were here, right, last time?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
And how did I find you the first time?
Yeah.
Just Google.
Okay.
Yeah. I just look for people with good reviews, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the only way, right? How else?
I get a lot of reviews.
Yeah. I think that's the only way these days, right? Or I mean, friends recommend.
Seems like, yeah.
A lot of people in this area now have gas.
Okay. Yeah,
gas
that's a little brown.
So yeah, so thank you for coming, Steve. I appreciate it. This is. Do you think it's worth for me to consider switching to gas? At some point, I know it's expensive. I don't know if it's worth it because gas has gone up in price as well. And
I mean, if your oil tank's still good,
yeah,
right, and it is.
Right?
It leaks. I'm gonna check the bottom, but it's a newer tank.
Okay, yeah.
So for you to switch over, it's kind of a big expense.
Yeah, right. Like,
so you have to weigh all the options. This thing still
feels like it's not worth it.
This thing's still fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just putting oil in it. Now to switch it all over, you know, you got to put a whole new boiler in here.
Yeah,
you got to bring the gas in. Do you have gas in the house?
No gas in the house.
Are you talking propane or natural gas?
Natural gas.
Don't go propane.
Yeah, no.
No,
because then you refill the next thing, you know.
It's going to cost you money to bring the natural gas in, also.
Yeah. I mean, theoretically, it's on the street, but it's not in the house.
It's nice to have for like cooking.
Yeah.
Gas stove is perfect for cooking.
But then you can do propane for that, right?
Well, I'd stay away from propane
because
it's really expensive and it's very explosive. I wouldn't recommend using propane. If you can get natural gas, that's nice for cooking because you can regulate it. Right now you got electric. Do you notice that it's hard to regulate?
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, once you get it hot, and you can't just turn that thing down and it cools off. The thing's hot. With gas, you could regulate it. People love that shit.
Yeah, my wife, loves cooking, but she hates the electric stove.
Okay, so she is feeling the clinch there.
But we were thinking maybe We do propane.
No, don't do
Really?
Stay away from the propane. It's very expensive.
Oh.
I don't recommend it.
Really?
No, I wouldn't want it in my house.
Ah, interesting. So because I thought like you just call a company once a quarter or something, and they come fill up the gigantic tank, right? But bad idea.
You're not listening to me.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
No, I know. I'm trying to understand the reasons why.
I said it's very explosive and it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you a lot more. If you had propane in this house, it'd cost you a lot more to heat it than it would oil.
Okay. But if it's, I mean, leave the heating as is, but just get propane for cooking. How much can you use? Like I have a gas grill, right? Like you know.
I mean, yeah. If you had an option between electric or propane for cooking,
Yeah.
I would go with the propane over the electric because it's dangerous, but it's still you could regulate it.
Right. Okay.
But as far as the option, if you could bring natural gas in, that's even better. But that's going to be a lot more work.
And cost.
More money. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to cost you a lot more for that propane to cook with than it is electric.
Oh, I see. Okay, really?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, right now we are short on cash. Having bought this place, it's like, yeah, no, minimize the work for now, save for a couple of years, and then we'll see.
Were you from the Russian Foundation?
No, I'm from Germany, actually.
Oh, from Germany.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Russians are going to be invading over there?
No, it's a lot of bullshit.
Huh?
A lot of bullshit. Just propaganda.
You think so?
Yeah. For sure.
You don't think that they're going to invade?
No, I mean, if they wanted to, they would have already. They're as soft as.
Well, what the
puppies.
hell do they got all the troops on the line there for then? You don't know?
No, I obviously don't know. I don't think anybody knows, but I don't think so. They wanted to do anything. They're soft as puppies.
This carousel was a little dirty. Look at how dirty it was. See inside there how brown it is?
Oh yeah.
It's possible what it's See, right now it's hot in there. So if this transformer's working or not, it's going to fire anyway because it's warm. But in the morning, when it's cool and it's not hot in the chamber, you need this really to spark well for it to work.
So we turned off sometime during the day yesterday. I noticed like, oh, it's getting cool. And then I tried to run some hot water. It's like, oh, no hot water. So I went down to the basement, saw the red light on. Turned me on.
You push this button and it started right up.
Started right up. Half an hour later,
It was out again.
Out again. So, and that was like maybe 6 p.m. And then from 6 p.m. until this morning was running just fine, no issues whatsoever.
Because this transformer is actually not designed to stay on constant load like this. This runs constantly sparking. It's actually designed to shut. You know, some controls will run once it fires, it shuts the spark off. But this control will run it all the time, which is not designed to take that kind of abuse. I don't like that clutch assembly, but it seems to be working, so we'll leave it. I would say we'll change that transformer. If this control was bad, it would come on sometimes and not. And then I would notice that, but we'll change this. You want to leave that transformer, or you want to change it?
How much is it?
It's $85 for the
Change
transformer.
it.
Yeah.
Change it.
I would.
You're
because
here, so
I'm telling you, these things are problems.
I mean, if it was hundreds, then no, but
Yeah.
I mean, 85.
Yeah, look and see this motor, how old this motor is. It's the original motor. But let's put a new transformer in, and I can put the new CAD, so let's let that ride and we'll see what happens, okay?
Alright, sounds good. I'm going to go for a quick walk.
Alright, go ahead.
And then I probably have like meetings from 12 for a while, but do you think anything you want to discuss with me, or?
Put a couple of miles in for me.
I do 4 miles every day. Yeah, I walk to the end of Drift Road and back. So, alright. Cool, Steven.
Alright, these are the ones I like to use, Allison. Beckett AFG. That's what this is. AF, AFG, same thing. AF has a different fan. It doesn't have the plastic shroud in there. The AFG is it's got a plastic shroud. This one, I like to take this flipping shutter thing out of here too, if I could. To be honest with you. Probably wouldn't be that big of a deal to take it out. Let's take this transformer out of here. Make sure that this is all tight. The CAD cell is a little I like to take that shutter assembly out of here, to be honest with you. I really don't like that thing. I really don't like it. Do not like it. I'm gonna get the power off. These electronic transformers, I don't like them. They're not designed for constant duty, for one. For two, sometimes they'll spark, sometimes they won't. Drive you crazy. I have problems with them. I take them out. Potential problems, they come out. Potential problems, I rip them out. Put a console, put a old style in there. Old and steady, wins the race. They make some for Collins, they make some for all different kinds. You gotta make sure you get the right one. Told this guy to put a cold weather alarm in here or something. I'll keep an eye, have somebody keep an eye on the house. It's going away. Can't just go away and not have anybody watch the house. If it freeze up, then I don't like using these things. Keep that off. You don't need it. One of those to the orange, which is the motor and the transformer that's going to run all the time. Which that thing is Seems to be good. No gripping action. I got the power off so I don't get zapped. Well, that was no good. Alright, the other one goes to the neutral, which is the white. Don't matter which one you put on there, it's a transformer, it don't matter. Make sure the wires are in proper. I don't like to use these because I've seen these actually fall down and block the CAD cell. I don't use them. I think that was a smart thing to take that thing the hell out of there. Little transformer. How long this says. Crazy shit. Alright, let's try it again. Got that in there, so every time I flick this, it should come on. That go, see what happens. CAD cell was a little brownie in there, so I put a new one in there. That senses the light and controls this. I was seeing it was a little brown. Change it to. Alright, so it's been what, 3 months? So I put a new filter at the tank. The other filter was fine, but I changed it anyway. New CAD cell, new transformer, good oil flow. We just had oil put in there. It's not uncommon for the oil to put a lot of, stir up the stuff in the bottom of the tank. We did that. CAD cell was a little dark. And that transformer was questionable. I still don't like that clutch assembly in there, but it seems to be operating okay. We'll leave that for now. A little light. I kind of like this thing. Okay, that clutch thing. Oh, it's got a weird sound to it. I'm not a big fan of those. It's still working though. It's off on limit. Low limit. What is it? You want pets, Miss Molly? I know you love pets. Yeah, you love pets, Miss Molly. I know you love them. You love pets, Miss Molly. You missed me? Huh? Let me see. He got sleepies there. Let me get him out. Get him out. Alright, get the sleepies out of it. Alright, let me write down the stuff I used here for this guy. That's how I do it as I get jobs. I just put them in on the calendar. And when I'm done, I'll cross them off. Then as jobs come in, I just put them in. Usually come in like per day, a day before. By the end of the month, this will all be full. This is, you know, January was last year's calendar.